Hello, ladies. Welcome to Reclaim Your Time, Reclaim Your Life, the 10-minute mastermind. So, my name is Jacqueline. I am one of the co founders of You Are Loved, and my partner, Amy, who is the creator. The designer of our products and stuff like that, and she really likes to stay behind the scenes. So she's a mom, is a wife, and has her own business and job and so forth as well, along with everything that we're doing. And I am a single lady, but I have two parents, my mom and my dad. I live in Georgia. My mom's in Florida and my dad's in Alabama. And I am basically the only child, for sure with my mom, but basically with my dad. And I am the one that takes them to, like, my mom to all her doctor's appointments and my dad to like the major ones when we need to go into Birmingham and stuff like that. So it's crazy because now, as you know, it's like all of us, we have something. We have kids, elderly parents, whatever, but we're just juggling a million things like our career demands, our family needs, and somewhere in there, we're just trying to keep our faith strong, right? And so that's how it is. Like I know with Amy and like with myself, with my parents, and so forth. But let me ask us, like, when was the last time we really felt truly balanced? So, today in 10 minutes, I'm going to share a simple, actionable plan to help us set healthy time boundaries, organize our day, and stop neglecting ourselves because we deserve to thrive and not just survive. So, if you stick with me, I'll show you how we can make that happen within reach. And if you decide, if you love this and hopefully it provides you with a lot of value, then I'll show you at the end how to get access to our hour long mastermind that we have an amazing woman, Pamela Bird, who is a boundaries coach and is really the one that taught me how to create healthy boundaries. Well, her and my therapist that I had for a couple years. So, okay. So, what's the problem? Let's be real. Like we're wired to put others first, right? So we would be crushing it at work, but our family will miss us. I know I'm not in Florida. My mom misses me when I'm not in Alabama. My dad misses me, but I can't be everywhere. And my dad decided to move. So I just get spread between everyone. So we're there for our kids or our spouse, but we're skipping that quiet time with our faith or like that coffee date with a friend. Like I love to just sit down and have some tea or coffee with a friend, right? And then we have ourselves, right? We're last on the list. Like I've been wanting to go to Jeju Spa forever now. I just haven't made it there yet. And but probably because we've forgotten like what it feels like to appreciate who we are. So I don't know if that sounds familiar or not, but the root issue is time, right? So I have a tendency to spread myself too thin. I say yes to too many things, and I'm working on that as well. But without boundaries, our day runs us instead of us running it. So we're stretched thin, we're exhausted, we're wondering how to fit it all in, right? But here's the good news that we can balance relationships, our career, and ourselves, and it just starts with a plan. So the solution is healthy time boundaries. And again, this is 10 minutes. So we're going to just give you a brief outline and stuff like that. Some great tips, stuff that you'll be able to implement today. But again, we will have an hour long mastermind that I think is going to go really more into depth of everything and excited for that. But healthy time boundaries are about deciding like what matters most and protecting time for it. Okay. So imagine our day as a pie. So, like, you have like this, each slice is priority. It's like faith, family, friends, career, and then ourselves. See how we always put ourselves last? Even in the sentence, I do that. Without boundaries, one slice like work takes over and the rest gets crumbs. And so this is how we fix that in like 3 easy steps. Now, take into consideration like one of the biggest things before I get into that is I always felt like as we're going after our careers, we spend so much time building our careers and building to be able to have a good retirement, and because we just have such a limited time when we're younger to be able to build that, and then we just end up neglecting ourselves and our family and our relationships like with our friends and stuff. And I was like, we've really got to figure out a way to balance it out the best that we can. Nothing is going to be perfect, but So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to prioritize our big rocks. So we're going to start with faith, right? Like our spiritual grounding. So whatever your faith is, like I'm a Christian and Jesus is my savior, but it's like everybody has their own thing. Okay. Then our family, like who's our heart, our friends, who's our support, and then our career that really helps us fund our why. Okay. And then our self, like our energy source. So these are our non negotiables. The second thing is going to be time block your day. Assign specific times for each rock. For example, like you're going to have like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of prayer for faith. You're going to have dinner with family, say from like 6 to 7 or whatever, a quick call to a friend. And then you're like at work from 9 to 5, for example, and then 30 minutes of you time. My 30 minutes of me time is when I get home and I'm in my car, I just sit in there for 30 minutes playing a game on my phone or finish listening to a podcast or both or whatever. That's what I do. But when you're putting out these time blocks, you also want to make sure that you are taking consideration for drive time as well, right? So you just want to make sure that because you don't want to create this and then end up exhausting yourself because you didn't give yourself enough grace and time for, for driving, for incidentals, whatever. So you just want to make sure that you take that into consideration. Now, if you don't like to sit in your car before then, other suggestions you could do like after everyone's gone to bed and stuff like that is when you could take 30 minutes to yourself, take a hot bath, maybe go for a walk or whatever. Okay. So the third thing is number 3 is say no without guilt. And this is so hard for us to do, but that's why like you'll hear a lot of people say like no is a complete sentence because it is a complete sentence. Okay. No exclamation, no period. So, and we want to protect these blocks, right? So if work creeps into family time, just push back. So if you're too drained for friends, reschedule. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're how you show up for what matters. And I'll give you an example. So I had worked for this lady and I didn't set the right boundaries up front. So she felt okay at like texting me at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, and stuff like that. And I was first really excited about the opportunity and the job and stuff like that. But after a while, my tank started getting empty, right? The hour-long drive into the city every day was exhausting. The fact of where I was living, I wasn't happy with that. And that was draining me. I started to gain weight. I was just I was getting unhealthier and I was just not happy at all. And so I had to make some changes. And I'm so happy that I did. Okay. And so now, but if I would have set better boundaries and time boundaries and stuff like that up front, then she wouldn't have felt that it was okay to surpass those boundaries. And then I probably would have had a better work-life balance. So here's a good actionable plan. Okay. So for the first one is you want to list your priorities. So you just grab a piece of paper, write down faith, family, friends, career, and self. Rank them in order of importance to you right now. Okay. And then, so you want to do that. And then step 2 is you want to map out your day. So sketch a rough schedule, like block 10 to 15 minutes for prayer, for example, an hour for family, real connection, like not just like chores. So you want to like say maybe for dinner, right? You guys sit down and have an hour-long dinner at night. 15 minutes for friends, like you can just a text or a phone call if you want to just get some stuff off your chest, you want to have great conversation, you want to tell a funny joke, you want to get told a funny joke, you want your friend to tell you look beautiful today, all that stuff. Like your work hours and at least 20 minutes for something for you to fill up your cup. So 20 to 30 minutes, right? Like we suggested earlier, a hot bath, a walk, sit in your closet, okay, and be by yourself. And then step 3. So test it tomorrow. So commit to following this for one day. Notice how it feels to have boundaries and then you're going to just make changes as you need to. Like exactly, this is not an exact science. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. So but doing it on scraps of paper is not going to last. So this is where our 12-month planner actually comes in. So the planner, which I'll show you here in a second, from a couple of reviews that we've had, But imagine having this plan laid out for you like every day, week, and month, customized to balance like your faith, family, friends, career, and self. Okay. Our 12-month planner isn't just a calendar, it's your roadmap to the life that you love. It has a monthly wellness and financial log to protect your health and finances. Okay. Weekly suggested goals geared towards family, career, and self. So this way you can stop guessing how to fit it all in and you can let the planner do the heavy lifting. Okay. So you could say, you know what, this goes outside of my time boundary. And when you have it written down, like that was even biblical, like you need to write stuff down. And if you write it down, then you're going to be more committed to it. Okay. Than it is just like putting it in our phone or whatever. But if you're ready to try it, grab yours today and start living with intention, not exhaustion. So now that you have the steps, take the leap, try this plan tomorrow. And if you're ready to make it stick, our 12-month planner is waiting for you. It's the tool that turns chaos into calm as you can be the woman you're meant to be, faithful, present, successful, and whole. And then go ahead and click on the link to get started. And we'll also have an email that'll be coming out to you as well that you saw. That'll have the links to be able to get the planner and so forth. But let's go ahead and show a couple of our reviews. Here we go.
Everybody loves a good planner, right? But do you ever feel like your planner just doesn't have everything that it needs? Like, it has the days, it has the months, it might even have it on a yearly basis. Cool. But wouldn't it be really cool if it had a budget planner or a place where you can put all your usernames and passwords, maybe even a contact list? That'd be really nice. Ooh, and wellness, that's everybody's New Year's resolution. Wellness check-in log. Well, I've got news for you. This right here is the You Are Loved 2025 Planner Edition, and I'm going to give you guys a tour of this. You Are Loved came out with the 2025 12-month planner. Let's get into it. I love that each page has a different goal, signifying that you can make weekly goals, and each one is super different. So, I mean, for example, this one, creating family traditions that can profoundly enrich your family life. I mean, that's a great idea. I think a lot of the times we take things like that for granted. So it's really nice that they put these interpersonal goals in here. It's crucial for personal growth, so the fact that they have this in there is really thoughtful. I love this side. So this right here is the wellness log. So this gives you reflections, career goals, personal goals, healthy habits, as well as an exercise log too. This is really going to help you stay on track and kind of be able to manage your mental health in the beginning of the month. That way you can see as the months continue towards the end of the year, you're going to look back at this and think, wow, this was such an amazing year. And, you know, I had so much mental growth from this. And then we go to my personal favorite. This is the budget tracker. So obviously budget handling might not be the easiest thing, but they have laid this out so nicely for it to be so clear and concise. We have your income, expenses, bills, food, savings. It is detailed very nicely here, and that way you can kind of lay everything out, and it's month to month. So you'll be able to have that and manage your spending as the month goes on. Let's not forget about the amount of note space that you have, as well as managing your passwords and contact information. This part is super nice to have. This is available for you to purchase. It's time to get organized and start the year off right. Get this 2025 monthly planner by You Are Loved. Bye. And I'm taking this with me. Get your
Okay. So that was the amazing Liz. And you can follow her on TikTok at Liz with the Fizz. She's amazing. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I hope this has been helpful. But again, if you do get that, then we do offer the free 1-hour mastermind with the planner. And you'll be able to get access to like myself and Pam and ask questions and the chat and so forth. And so we look forward to seeing you. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Thank you.